craziest supercars of billionaires, cars you've never seen before. Imagine this. You spend several million euros, not on a villa in Beverly Hills, not on a painting from the Louvre, not even on a super yacht with a helipad. No, you spend it all on a single car, a vehicle no one else owns, not because it's priceless, but because it was built exactly once. And that's what makes it so fascinating. These cars look like they belong to another world. They don't appear in series, not at auto shows, not even in dealerships. And yet, they exist. Today I'll show you 3 of these one-offs. Stories of visionaries, design art, and technical masterpieces you have to see to believe. Are you ready for cars that really shouldn't exist? Then let's go. The first story doesn't begin on Italian asphalt, but in an American movie theater. James Glickenhaus wasn't just a car guy. He was a director, a producer, a storyteller. And just as he once made films, he now wanted to shoot a car, a cinematic vision on wheels. As a child, he adored Ferrari's legendary prototypes from the 1960s, especially the Ferrari 330 P4, which nearly won Le Mans in 1967. But those cars were long gone. Not just in price, emotionally too. They were the past. So what did Glickenhaus do? He bought a Ferrari Enzo, a V12 supercar with nearly 700 horsepower, a carbon monocoque, Ferrari's best at the time. But for him, that was just the beginning, not the goal. He contacted Pininfarina, the legendary Italian design house behind Ferrari's most beautiful creations, and he said, "I don't want an Enzo. I want a P4, reimagined." What happened next was unique. Pininfarina let Glickenhaus personally join the design process. He worked with chief designer Ken Okuyama, the man behind the Enzo, to draw the lines. More than 200 custom parts were developed just for this project. The taillights came from the Ferrari 599, the interior was redesigned, even the steering wheel was bespoke. The P4/5 was wind tunnel tested, even though only one was ever built, something car makers usually reserve for mass production models. And the wildest part? Ferrari itself gave the car permission to wear the Cavallino Rampante, the prancing horse, on a one-off that was never officially sold. Ferrari had never done that before, and hasn't since. The Ferrari P4/5 isn't a car, it's a myth. Glickenhaus called it a reincarnation of my childhood dream. And it didn't stop there. He later founded his own brand, Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus, and now races his own cars at Le Mans. His dream became the most expensive custom car project in the world, yet his name remains almost unknown. The Rolls-Royce Sweptail is just as mysterious as its owner. What is known? The client was a British billionaire, a collector of yachts, planes, bespoke suits, and fine art. When he contacted Rolls-Royce, he didn't fill out a form. He sent a handwritten letter, and in it, just one line: "I want a car that looks like my yacht." The letter landed on the desk of Thorsten Müller-Oettfuss, CEO of Rolls-Royce. He approved a project that would take nearly 5 years. The basis was a Phantom Coupe, but it was almost completely gutted. The rear design was inspired by classic Riva boats of the 1950s, hence the name Sweptail. A sweeping glass roof runs the full length of the car, while handcrafted inlays of African Macassar, ebony, and aluminum decorate the interior. Even the trademark umbrella in the door was re-engineered. In the back, there aren't seats, but custom luggage. A gentleman's travel set straight out of a spy film. And the cost? Over 13 million euros by estimate. Rolls-Royce has never revealed the exact figure, But the price didn't matter. What mattered was the idea. A car that copies nothing, but has pure character. The Sweptail remains a one-off, and its owner, still a mystery. But his car is a monument. Manny Khoshbin started with nothing. Born in Iran, he fled to the US as a teenager. A foreign country, no money, no language, but relentless drive. He sold snacks in supermarkets, slept in his car, and eventually became one of California's most successful real estate moguls. His story sounds like an American fairy tale, but the car bearing his name is more real than any dream. The Bugatti Chiron Hermès edition. Khoshbin had long been a supercar collector, but after a while he said, they all felt the same. What he wanted was personality, character, a car that told his story. So he did what few can. He united two of the world's most exclusive brands, Bugatti and Hermès. Planning, design, and production took 3 years. Khoshbin was involved in every step. He tested leathers, approved patterns, chose colors, the exterior paint. Cray, a creamy off-white, subtle, almost modest. The interior, fully lined in Hermès leather featuring the iconic H motif. No exposed carbon, no spoilers, no aggressive accents. The Chiron Hermès doesn't scream for attention, it whispers. And that was the goal. Khoshbin wanted a car that doesn't sell itself, but tells a story. And the best part? He didn't lock it away in a museum. He drives it, films it, shares it with the world, not as a status symbol, but as inspiration. Manny Khoshbin isn't the typical millionaire with 10 cars gathering dust in a garage. He's a man who never forgot his past. And with his Hermès Bugatti, he created an identity on wheels. Not to impress, but to prove what's possible when dreams turn into action. What ties these 3 stories together? They're not accidents. They're not experiments. These cars are decisions. Someone said, I don't want a car off the shelf. I want my car. And that's the fascination. Are these vehicles monuments or pure excess? Maybe both, maybe neither. But one thing's certain, they are unique, just like the stories behind them. And on my channel, that's exactly what you'll get. So don't miss out. Subscribe and experience history in a whole new way.